Hi there, it's Randall from startappsblog.com, and today I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be starting a new tutorial series, and it's going to be called Learning Lua and Corona SDK. Here's a brief overview of what it is. It's learning the Lua programming language and basically in parallel at the same time learning the Corona SDK game engine or framework, whatever you want to call it. When I was first getting into mobile application development, one of the main things was trying to differentiate between, what is sort of the core language features of the Lua programming language compared to, what is specific to the actual game engine or framework that I was using. So this sort of overview map is something I'm going to be showing you guys at the start of every tutorial that I'll be doing. And as you can see here on the left-hand side, we're going to be covering the basics and fundamentals of a Lua programming language. And on the right-hand side, we'll be moving more in towards how we use that language within the Corona SDK framework so that you guys can actually create really nice looking apps and games that you can publish into Google Play, the Apple App Store, and the Windows Store, or any other stores that you think you want to target. So that's sort of a high level overview. And at the start of every lesson, as you can see, there's this sort of small little character up in the left-hand corner. It'll show you, what we're going to cover during that lesson, and also sort of how it fits into the application development. Yeah, so this sort of overview map, it looks pretty intimidating enough at the start of it, but once you see it, and we break it down into sort of bite-sized lessons, you'll be able to see how everything sort of fits together. And I'm not going to describe every sort of aspect of this sort of top level, but I mean it's basically the workflow that I see that a new person or a beginner in mobile application development, they kind of need to see this sort of big picture to see how everything kind of fits together. Now, some other benefits of learning it like this rather than just jumping, straight into the framework. You can make a very easy transition to any other game framework or engine that uses that language. Some of these ones shown here are, we'll be using Corona SDK because that's one of my favorites. You could also use Default, or you could use Marmalade Quick, which also uses the Lua programming language, Gaderos, Love, or Moai. And there's other ones here that I haven't obviously shown that also use the Lua programming language. Now, in addition to, being used for game development and mobile applications, learning Lua is also useful for understanding JavaScript. They both have very similar sort of constructs and sort of ideas of how the programming language works. Some of the bigger sort of JavaScript environments out there, such as NodeJS, which is quite popular at the moment. Similarly, be able to use server-side technologies such as Love It, which is basically the Lua version of Node.js. Not nearly as popular at this point in time, but once again, if you know one, you'd be able to make a fairly easy transition to the other. Or if you're into, things such as the World of Warcraft and you want to do custom add-ons, then the Lua language is also good for that. So anyways, I hope you join me on this journey, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the next lesson. Thanks.